Steve's adding liquid nitrogen to it.
Open House is our signature community event, and we only do this every 3 to 5 years. And it's our way of giving back to the community and sharing what we are all about. We've got over 24 booths, we have lectures, we have astronomers wandering around that you can ask any question of, and we hope that everyone will enjoy the exciting day right here at our Keck headquarters. The event highlights that you will see here today are across all the different kinds of things we do at the observatory. But let me tell you about some of my personal favorites. The most interesting one I think we call Ask an Astronomer. I like to think of it as Stump an Astronomer. And if you come up with a question that stumps an astronomer, we will sit down and we'll maybe do some research based on that. So please come and stump an astronomer. The second one that I think is really unique is, for the first time and probably the last time ever, we are showing one of the mirror segments of the Keck Observatory. And this is the beating heart of the telescope.
But aluminum is good for a very wide range of observing.
And it's a completely unique technology. It's critical to Keck. And we have one right down here. So please come over and see what a segment is like and learn how you make these giant telescope mirrors. Another wonderful example of what we do here is a topic called guiding. Come and look at what guiding and guide cameras are about. And this is all about controlling this 460-ton steel and glass behemoth we have and pointing it to a star with an accuracy of about a 100,000th of a degree for hours after hours. It's really a remarkable technology, and it'll be a lot of fun to see. And then if you had enough technology, come and eat our liquid nitrogen ice cream. You just can't beat that.
It's delicious.
So the way the hoverboard works is basically we have a leaf blower set up to a piece of plywood. And so the air is actually circulating to a tarp on the bottom. And we actually have the tarp bolted down so it creates a donut shape. And that donut shape helps to flow out the air evenly. The reaction is great. The kids love it. The parents are always taking pictures and filming their kids. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, so this is an example of how we use the bearing for the Keck telescope, and it's an example of how we can move a 750,000-pound telescope.
See, it moves! Oh! Good, and up. See?
Can you move it now?
Yeah. So that's how the telescope moves. It floats on a small, thin layer of oil. We're using water instead of oil. It's called hydrostatic bearing.
Okay, well, that was my goal. That was my dream. So as a Hilo native, trying to become an engineer here and ending up working for the Solar Telescope on Maui, it's really satisfying because I never thought that immediately out of college I would have been able to stay in Hawaii doing something that I genuinely enjoy and not having to go away to the mainland. So I get to be near home and I get to do something that I love, and I think it's a very rewarding experience. I want people to know that there are opportunities available for them in Hawaii through the STEM careers, and the telescopes are also an option that people should consider. It's not just something that exists on the mountain. You know, it's something that teaches you a lot of things and gives you a lot of different opportunities. And it doesn't even have to be in the STEM field. You can find opportunities anywhere as long as you're willing to look for them here in Hawaii.
It's important for us to host this open house for 3 things, really. The first one is we want to introduce our staff to our community. So we're all in the community, people know us as friends and neighbors and coaches and in the schools, but the side they don't see is the professionalism. And our staff are participating in this wonderful enterprise, one of the top research establishments in the world, right here in Hawaii, and I'd like people everywhere to understand it. So that's the first reason. The second one is we really want to show people what it's like to be an engineer or scientist or technician working in this kind of enterprise. It's very different from most of the things that happen here on our island, and it's a good chance for people to see what the experience is like, and perhaps they want to do something like that themselves. And then the third and most important one is it's our opportunity to give back. You know, we're supported by communities everywhere. Our local community here in Waimea, on the island, state, national, even international. And we really appreciate that, and we're deeply grateful for it. So we want the opportunity to give back and to share what we have learned with people everywhere. You know, I hope that the community will come away from this with several different things. To me, the most important part is what we do for our children, the keiki of Hawaii. I would like to see us spark an interest in science and technology that lasts a lifetime. And to me, this is a wonderful opportunity for people to see what happens here and to share in that experience. So that is the first and most important part. But the second part is STEM, and we want our kids to have good jobs, high-paying jobs, challenging and satisfying ones. And what better example of STEM than an observatory right here in Hawaii? So I think that will be the main thing that I hope that the community will come away from.